Welcome to LFC Transfer HQ, your ultimate source for all things Liverpool FC transfers. Like and subscribe for more football updates. Our first news is Romano, Liverpool, advancing for next transfer after Frimpong. He's open and happy to join. Fabrizio Romano has said that Liverpool are advancing in their pursuit of a second defensive signing of the summer transfer window after Jeremy Frimpong. While the Dutch right-back isn't officially a Reds player as of yet, the Italian all but confirmed the move with a "here we go" on Tuesday morning, with the 24-year-old having passed his medical on Merseyside. Richard Hughes' attention may now turn to the other flank as the Anfield Giants continue to pursue Milos Kerkez, for whom Bournemouth could accept offers of £45 million or more. Romano, Liverpool, advancing in talks for Kerkez. In an update on his eponymous YouTube channel on Monday night, Romano shared his latest information on Liverpool's attempts to add the Hungarian to Arne Slot's squad, and there appears to be positive progress. The transfer reporter outlined, Liverpool are advancing in talks for Milos Kerkez, who is keen on joining Liverpool. The conversation is advanced with the player in terms of contract terms and salary. Kerkez would be open and happy to join Liverpool. Now it's on the clubs. Bournemouth just sold Dean Huijsen for an important transfer fee, £50 million, so they are not desperate for money. This is why, for Milos Kerkez, they maintain their point in terms of valuation, so there would be a conversation club to club. They are in contact, Liverpool and Bournemouth, for Milos Kerkez, so there is a negotiation ongoing. Let's see if they can reach an agreement. For sure, Milos Kerkez is an important target for Liverpool. They are working on that, the negotiations are ongoing. Now, we have to see if they will be able to also close this signing. Sensational, Kerkez would be a tremendous coup for Liverpool. Such has been the Hungarian's impact at Bournemouth this term that Gary Neville selected him in his Premier League team of the season, describing the 21-year-old as sensational. Sky Sports. Romano's update suggests that Liverpool are on the right track to snap up the Cherries defender, whose apparent willingness to join the Reds should also help towards hopefully bringing the transfer to eventual fruition. With Andy Robertson now 31 and enduring some difficult moments in recent months, and 29-year-old Kostas Tsimikas a reported target for Leeds, Daily Mail, Slot might well feel that his left-back options could do with a refresh. Signing Kerkez would be quite the way to do just that, and while £45 million might seem like a sizable transfer fee, it must be considered in the context that he could potentially hold down a starting berth at Anfield for the next decade if he builds consistently on the form that he's shown this season. Don't miss subscribe for more LFC Transfer HQ news. Our second news is Aston Villa deal Arsenal transfer blow as Emiliano Martinez exit truth emerges. Emiliano Martinez struggled to hold back the tears after Aston Villa's final home match of the season against Tottenham on Friday night. Aston Villa will target Espanyol goalkeeper Joan Garcia if Emiliano Martinez decides to move on to pastures new this summer. The World Cup winner cut an emotional figure on Friday night after Villa beat Tottenham 2-0 in their final home game of the season, suggesting he feels his time at the club could be up. However, ambitious Villa do not want to sell Martinez, who signed a new bumper contract extension last year which will run until 2029, and are still hopeful of keeping him. Champions League qualification would certainly bolster their chances of that, but Premier League PSR rules could also yet impact Villa's summer dealings. Ex-Arsenal shot-stopper Martinez is understood to have received lucrative offers from the Saudi Pro League, but he could yet angle to stay in Europe as he wants to compete at the highest level. Whether Martinez has offers from European clubs remains to be seen at this stage, though reports from Argentina suggest there are already several on the table. If Unai Emery's side reluctantly sell, Villa are set to throw their hat into the ring for long-standing Arsenal target Garcia, whose current release clause stands at around £21 million, €25 million. The 24-year-old Spaniard has been the best goalkeeper in La Liga this season, and he could help Espanyol to La Liga safety on Sunday when they travel to Osasuna. That would be significant because Garcia, also admired by Barcelona, Bayer Leverkusen and Newcastle among others, has a relegation clause in his Deal which could be worth as little as £12.6 million, €15 million, according to Spanish sources. Additionally, Garcia's buyout clause could rise by around £4.2 million if he is called up to the Spain national team squad next month due to a mechanism within his current deal in Catalonia. Arsenal have been courting the 24-year-old for the past 12 months following a glowing recommendation from goalkeeper coach Inaki Kana. They saw 2 bids rejected late in last year's summer transfer window as Espanyol continued to point the Gunners towards his release clause. Now the picture has changed because David Raya is viewed as among the best goalkeepers in world football, and while Arsenal do need to replace departing Loni Neto, there are doubts about spending a notable fee on a backup option. Garcia, who is open to joining the Gunners, also knows he could sign elsewhere and be a number 1. Villa would be prepared to offer him that if Martinez quits the Midlands club. Stay tuned for more updates on LFC Transfer HQ, transfer moves, player signings, and latest news. Don't miss subscribe for more LFC Transfer HQ news. Our last news is Liverpool now exploring deal for another £70 million Man City target after Florian Wirtz saga. Manchester City are out of the race for Bayer Leverkusen's Florian Wirtz. Wirtz was Pep Guardiola's top target for the summer transfer window, as the 22-year-old was deemed the perfect replacement for the departing Kevin De Bruyne. The Manchester club were one of the front-runners for the German talent. However, Man City pulled out of the Wirtz race on Monday as Fabrizio Romano reports that the English giants felt the deal was too expensive, while they also wanted the Leverkusen star to make a decision quicker. This has left Bayern Munich and Liverpool as the 2 contenders for his signature, and with City now looking at their alternatives, it is being reported that the Merseyside club have joined the race again for one of Guardiola's targets. Liverpool joined the race for Man City target Eberechi. Man City have been linked to Crystal Palace star Eberechi in recent weeks, as the Englishman was said to be an alternative for Wirtz should City miss out on the German star. Now that the Manchester club are out of the race for the Bayer Leverkusen star, is a player they may move for. However, caught offside are reporting that Liverpool have once again joined a race Man City are involved in. The report states that the Reds are one of several clubs exploring a potential move for the Crystal Palace star, who can be signed this summer for £70 million, which is the figure attached to his release clause. Tottenham and Nottingham Forest are also said to be interested in But Liverpool will be Man City's biggest threat if they all make official moves for the 26-year-old. Erling Haaland is a big fan of and the Norwegian would certainly benefit from the Palace star being deployed behind him. It remains to be seen if City make an official move for the England international over the coming weeks, as they will currently be assessing their options after their recent Wirtz decision. How Eberechi compares to Florian Wirtz. There is no doubt that Wirtz is a more talented player than but the Englishman is not a bad alternative to the 22-year-old, as they are similar in ways and play in similar roles. Both players are natural attacking midfielders, but they can also operate on the wings if need be, as they are brilliant dribblers, can pick out men in central positions, and have very strong shots from distance. When it comes to numbers, there is not much separating the pair, but it must be taken into account that Wirtz plays in a stronger team in a league deemed weaker than the Premier League by many. Pulling out of the race for Wirtz would have been a hard decision for Guardiola, given how much he liked the player. However, there are still some solid options out there for Man City, as it remains to be seen which one the legendary coach chooses. Thanks for watching. That's all for today's transfer update. But the transfer window never sleeps, and neither do we. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for the latest Liverpool FC transfer news, rumors, and confirmed deals. Don't forget to turn on notifications so you never miss an update, because at LFC Transfer HQ, you'll never walk alone.